Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Well, I didn't even look at what day it is.
It is Saturday, August 5th,
At what time, Tyson?
7:39.
Oh,
It's all right there. See
I barely see it.
it?
I'm a little squeamy this morning. How
little
about you?
squint. A little bit. I opened up that window to get more light in here, but it's pretty bright.
Oh, goodness. Y'all know what this means. We're going to have to make some adjustments so we're not so bright.
I just see it blaring in my eye right there.
Do y'all have your coffee?
I may go shut it, sure enough.
Oh, my gracious, y'all.
It's just in my eyes. In my eyes this morning.
I sure am enjoying my coffee. I hope you are too.
That's better.
Here comes Jason. He closed the windows.
Now it's not blaring in my eyes. Whew.
Well, if you're happy, I'm happy.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. It's true.
Ooh. Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Early.
Early. And it's still hot.
I didn't look at the temperature.
I can feel it. It's hot.
Well, I'm drinking coffee, so I can feel it.
Yeah. It is hot. It's so hot that I saw a bird get a worm out of a hole with an oven mitt.
Jason,
It's hot.
you've been working on that one, haven't you?
That's just one I remember. I'm gonna tell you though, now is the time that I should be starting my fall garden seeds.
Yes.
And my gut tells me to wait. And I'm gonna go with my gut.
Well, it's a little warm out there.
I just feel like it's just a little too warm to start fall garden seeds. I really, really, really do.
Well, you certainly don't want to plant them, lose them, and then have to do it again.
No, you don't want to do that. I feel like if I start my fall garden seeds now, that
Oh, what? Now we gotta adjust the computer, y'all.
that that they're gonna come up really fast
And bolt.
and it's just gonna be too hot for them. It's just the life of gardening, but I just feel like that it whew.
Well, we do need to go ahead and plan and get what we
Oh
need to get.
yeah. I started looking night before last and last night, so I got me a little list going, and I'm gonna be making my fall garden order pretty soon.
Well, I want some collards and some turnips.
Yeah, we can do that.
Last live I told y'all for lunch that day we had, was it turnips or collards?
Collard greens.
We had collard greens for lunch and they were freeze dried, and y'all, it took me literally 3 minutes. All I did was heated up a pot of water, put them in there, and they were as good as they were the day we picked them.
They were so good.
So I think we'll end up doing that again because, as you know, collards are plentiful.
Yeah.
And we can also sell some by our roadside stand.
Yes.
I think since we've got that going and people are, dependent on it, so to speak, they'll stop and buy some collards.
You're probably right.
And it'll be easy to just bundle them up and put them out there.
And collards can, they don't have to be refrigerated. So, and if they don't sell, we can bring them inside and
freeze dry
them or eat them.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So our coffee's selling at the stand really well.
It is selling at the stand.
we kind of took that on a whim, not really thinking that our local people.
Yeah.
We don't know who's buying it, but we were thinking that our local people were more interested in vegetables and eggs than coffee.
Right.
So we have a little tote out there, and the tote is so the coffee won't get moisture to it.
Right.
And every time we turn around, it's empty again.
It's
so as long as people are buying it and appreciating that they can, pick it up at our farm stand, we're going to continue to add it.
Coffee and eggs.
It's like going.
Like an instant breakfast shop out there.
Speaking of that, I got to get out there this morning and replenish my eggs.
Yeah, probably coffee too.
Well, coffee's empty for sure. Mm-hmm. But eggs, I had 2 dozen left yesterday. And it seems that Friday is the seller, which was yesterday. Mm-hmm. So I didn't look yesterday afternoon. That was yesterday morning. And then Saturday and Sunday, of course,
big days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, I got some more chicks to try to help with the egg stand.
You did get some more chicks.
And they're all doing well. All 12 of them. They're all doing well.
Have you named them yet?
Well, I told you the names.
Yeah, but
Branta.
yeah.
Roberta.
Uh-huh.
Hatella. It's like Nutella, but Hatella. Well, I don't know about Russell yet, but a lot of people said just put a Miss in front of it. Miss Brant.
Oh, we could do
because
that too.
What's going to happen is I'm going to forget if I put an A or I on it. Roberta, you know what I mean? And they're going to be, I'm going to say a different name every time I talk about them. So maybe we'll just say Miss Brant.
Miss Brant.
I don't know if Brant will like that, but
Miss Roberta.
Maybe we'll do Brant. I said was going to be the leader.
Yeah.
So maybe not Brant. Maybe we'll do Branty.
Branta.
And continue that one. But the rest of them will just have Miss in front of them, like Miss Russell.
That sounds good.
Miss Doug.
Right.
Such as that.
Miss Doug.
I don't know. I got to figure out who's who though.
Oh my gracious. I want to go ahead and announce the events in case people don't know.
Okay.
And that is, y'all can come meet us in person at Pedals from the Past on September 9th in Jemison, Alabama. And
it's free, no cost.
That is completely free. And there is a heap of YouTubers that are going to be there.
Yeah, and they do ask that you register by going to either Tracy's website, which is just Dig It Farms, or Pedals.
Yep.
Which is pedalsfromthepast.com.
So they can get a head count. And we're going to be at the Sunflower Festival on October 21st in Vernon, Florida. And that is put on by Black Barn Blossom. And you go to her website because there are tickets for that.
Yes.
And they're $12. And that is blackbarnblossom.com.
So I don't know if once they sell out, they'll sell any at the gate, but you need to be sure if you plan on coming to that to buy a ticket in advance.
Right.
And I found out that Vernon, Florida is 45 miles north of Panama City by doing a little research after you guys told me. And I'm glad because I was just thinking it was just,
Yep.
right down the road.
There is.
I would have done.
I think that's the website to the Pedals event.
Is that right? Yes, that's the greatfallgardenfestival.com.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Nick or Zoe. Nick's probably sleeping.
He probably is sleeping.
He's going to get a kick out of that if it's actually him.
Oh, me.
I was going to say, are you done with the event?
I'm done with the event.
Speaking of, thank you guys for telling me where Vernon, Florida was. Thank you guys for telling me there was a quick disconnect on my CPAP mask. I forgot to talk about this last time.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you guys that when I wake up and I have to go to the bathroom during the middle of the night, I hate having to take all these things off to go. And y'all told me there was a quick disconnect. And I was like, what? So now all I have to do is mash a button on my nose and wear my mask to the bathroom. Come back, snap it back on, and I'm right back to sleep.
Way better.
Oh my gosh. Way better. Way better. Way easier. So without y'all, see, I would still be undoing the whole contraption.
The COG squad is awesome.
The COG squad is awesome. Y'all are always. I told my mama the other night, I said, Mama, I have faith in our followers that anything we were to need, advice, where to buy something, how to fix something, my followers, our people, our squad can handle it.
They can handle it.
They can handle it. And y'all, I can't say enough thank yous to each and every one of you that goes above and beyond to make sure. Awesome. Yes. Emails. I mean, y'all are always reaching out to us, trying to help us.
They're awesome.
We just appreciate it.
Y'all are awesome.
We don't tell you guys enough.
We don't. Speaking of emails, I do want to say that we do read every one of them.
Yes.
But with emails and messages, we get anywhere from 100 to 200 a day. And it's so hard for us to respond to everybody.
What happens to me, I don't know if it happens to you, is I will read an email
Mm-hmm.
and I will have in my mind what I need to say,
Mm-hmm.
and something happens. And I end up walking away from that email, and I don't not appreciate it.
Right.
I don't not intend to not respond.
Right.
But it happens. And so y'all just know that there we again, we appreciate each and every one of you.
We do appreciate y'all. We really, 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 really do.
Say that one more time.
Really, 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 really do.
I couldn't do that.
Oh, man.
Speaking of appreciate.
Yes.
I took the post driver back to Pelham yesterday. I told you guys I was taking it back to Hollywood, Alabama, which I've never heard of until I rented the post driver, which was a little over 3 hours from us.
That's right.
We were going to make a day trip out of it and go to some caverns and the Never Sinkhole and whatnot. But it was a 90% chance of rain yesterday. And upon waking up and looking at the radar, Mary Carl decided that she didn't want to go spend the day outside in a storm,
right.
Which I don't blame her. So we made a family decision that I would run the post driver back to the Pelham location, and they could indeed get it back to Hollywood, Alabama. So in doing that, I got to go to one of my favorite stores, and that was TJ Maxx.
By yourself.
I was fixing to say alone.
By yourself.
I got to go alone. Jason is wonderful, wonderful to shop with. He's my right-hand man. He's my best friend. He makes decisions when I can't. But that other thing that comes along with us.
She don't like going shopping with us no more.
She don't. So
she used to.
She did.
She don't anymore.
She just she doesn't have the patience, and we respect that.
Yes.
You know, she's 13, about to be 14.
Mm-hmm.
So I took that time to do a little browsing. I spent more time than I normally would have.
Mm-hmm.
When I got home, I told Jason, thank you, because there was a gentleman that was being very ugly to his wife about something that, excuse me, something that she wanted to purchase. And Jason said it was probably more his tone than anything. And as I thought about what happened, it probably was.
Mm-hmm.
Because she wanted some baskets and she put them in the buggy because she thought that if she put them out of the door, that people in their family could drop their things that needed to be put up later, and it could eliminate mess. He, with an attitude, grabbed the baskets out of the buggy and said, "We need shelves. We don't need these baskets." And I know there's a lot of that in the world, but it made me even appreciate what I have even more. And I don't tell him thank you enough. So here I am, live on the Cog Hill podcast, telling my husband how wonderful he is, because he never gets snarty, if that's a word. He never has if there is something that needs to be said, he says it tactfully in a way that we can both come to a reasonable decision. So enough.
My life's too short.
And that's what I thought. The poor lady, she was older than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And the look on her face was just one of disgust, because I have a feeling she deals with that day in and day out. And I just felt sorry for her. I felt sorry for her.
Yeah, life's too short.
Life's too short.
Life's too short.
So try to be nice to people today.
That's right.
Especially your significant other, if you have one, because we don't know. I mean,
yep.
I don't want to go knowing I was being ugly to somebody.
Ain't that the truth?
I want to go knowing I was being the utmost person I could possibly be.
Amen.
And there's not many of those left in the world, but our followers are all good.
Yes.
Everybody's good. Everybody's
awesome.
Nice.
They're absolutely
Every now
awesome.
and then we get a negative, but for the most part, y'all are 99.9% awesome. What?
Miss Tatum sent you $10 and said this is for Brooks Retail Therapy at TJ Maxx.
Oh,
Isn't that sweet?
Oh, I gotta tell y'all what I bought. Okay.
What'd you buy?
So I'm gonna end up talking this whole time. You're not gonna get a word in.
Listen, I got plenty of stuff.
So when we lived at our old place, we had a little countertop convection oven that I relied on as my right hand to heat up things and to cook things that I didn't want to cook in the oven. Well, when we built this house, I have a double oven, and I thought, well, I donated that to a man that lives in Selma that has absolutely nothing. And I wanted him to have a way to heat up things. And so I gave that to him. Even if I had planned on getting another one, I still wanted to give it to him. Well, I thought with our double ovens that I didn't need that anymore because I would have two. Right. I would have two able ways to heat up my stuff. Well, what's happening is, okay, say I'm going to heat up pizza because it's better in the oven than it is in the microwave. Well, it takes a long time for that big oven to heat up.
It does.
To the temperature.
Because it's just big.
Because it's a big space.
Yeah, right.
Yesterday in my wonderful TJ Maxx, I wish they'd sponsor me. Because I'd wear their shirts and their earrings and their headbands and sunglasses and everything. Oh, gosh. I saw the little countertop convection oven. And I was like, I'm going to get that. And so obviously I did my research. I looked up the price. I made sure the reviews were good. And it was on. I was like, I'm getting this. Okay. Because the price was good. Reviews were good. Beside it, I noticed its big brother. And its big brother contained an air fryer and a convection oven. Price was a little bit more. But guess what? I needed it. So there again, I did my research and I came up with the fact that it was a lot cheaper than it would have been even if I had ordered on Amazon, it was cheaper. And the reviews were awesome. So here I go. I send it to Jason. And he and Mary Carl are at home watching movies because it's raining.
Yes.
And he says, get it if you want it. I don't do the cooking, so you make the decision. That's not what I wanted to hear. So I opened the box because I wanted to see how big it was. The box was huge compared to the one beside it. But it was simply taller, not wider, not deeper. So employee saw me looking at it and she was like, do you want to get that? Well, by this time I really hadn't made a decision, but I thought it's time for me to decide. So I said, yes, ma'am, I do. I had a buggy and I said, if you'll just help me, we'll set it up on the buggy. Well, a shopper came around, he picks it up off the floor. And the lady, I thought they knew each other. Yeah. The employee and the shopper, because he was kind of real close to her face and he was like, I'll put this in for you. And she's like, no, put it down. We're going to take it up front. And I'm sitting there like, they know each other. Because it was kind of a little controversial, you know. I'm like, that's my air fryer. Just do what I tell you to.
You didn't tell me you had an air fryer duel going on.
Yes, that's what we're talking about, the wings.
I know that, but I didn't know you had a duel. You had a confrontation with two people.
Oh. I thought you meant dual.
No.
Well, no, I'm just standing there like thinking they know each other, you know. And so he's standing there with it in his arms and it's kind of heavy. Yeah. Really, you know, you helped me.
It was heavy. It was heavy.
And so she's telling him to put it down. And so he puts it down and they kind of make a little small talk. And I'm sitting there like this. And he walks off. And he came around the backside of my aisle to meet his wife. And I'm like, they didn't know each other. And so I turned around and I told him, thank you for trying to help.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
They're used to it.
I said, thank you for trying to help. And he said, oh, you're welcome. And I could tell he was kind of, you know, didn't know what to think.
Right.
Well, about that time, here comes another employee. And it was a good walk to the checkout counter. And her and the other employee grab it on each side and they take it to the checkout. It never went in my buggy.
Wow.
So I said, well, I guess I'm getting it now because it's at the checkout.
That made your decision for you.
It did. But I'm so happy to give it a whirl because I air fry a lot of stuff. And Jason loves air fried wings.
Yes, I do.
But with the size of ours, it's about like this. Now, I have to do it in 2 batches. And that takes 40 minutes.
And you do it outside.
And I do it outside because it's a non-stick one. And I don't want to hurt Mary Carl's burgers.
Right.
This one's not non-stick. This one is stainless steel interior.
Yeah.
I can do it inside.
Yeah.
I can do the whole batch of wings at one time.
Yeah.
And who knows what else I can get done. It's got the broil feature, so I can, cook toast or something real fast or heat up my pizza or whatever.
So you're ready. You know what this means?
What?
We got to try it with some hot wings.
I got some frozen. It's going to take a day for them to thaw out.
Hey, I can wait.
Okay.
I can wait.
Y'all, I don't know if any of y'all have ever used an air fryer, but I'm finding that things that I purchase at the store, on the back of them, they even give me directions how to air fryer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, because usually I have to grab my phone. Then by the time I get outside, I forgot what it said. I have to go back and get my phone.
Not now.
With it on the package, it makes it easier.
Yeah, we need to break it in with some hot wings.
Jason, last night I got home at about 6 o'clock, 6:30.
I think so.
He's already telling me, I just want to try this thing out. I just want to see what we can do. And I'm like, look, let's just wait till tomorrow because I really don't have anything in mind.
Oh gosh.
I cooked some chicken swirls. And I didn't say chicken squirrels. I said chicken swirls.
Chicken swirl.
SWIRL.
Not squirrel.
We have a place in Selma. It's called Mark Smart. And it's kind of a staple for the chicken swirl. It is the staple. It's the beginning.
Allegedly, they invented the chicken swirl.
And what it is chicken breast, and it has some ham intertwined in it with a piece of bacon wrapped around the outside of it. And it's seasoned. So they're really good. But I cooked. I picked up 2 of them in Selma the last time we went. When you went to Ryan's and I went to Laura's, and I didn't get a chance to cook them, so I froze them. And I thawed them out this past week and put them in the air fryer, and they were really good.
They were. Typically, I'll grill them, but they were good in the air fryer.
It's a grill outside. You don't need to cut your grill on. Add to the heat.
Oh me! A lot of people are saying that when you start cooking on that air fryer, they want to be around. They want to see.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do they want to see me cook? Hot wings?
Who knows? We can cook anything.
Well, if I'm gonna show y'all, I'm gonna show you something that I know is gonna come out.
We might have to do a test batch of hot wings.
What did I? Oh, I told y'all that I air fried the steak, and I cooked it too long.
Yeah.
I just cooked it too long. I lived and I learned, and
we just grill the steaks.
Well, if it's 150 degrees outside.
Or if we're tired or something. I think that's what we ended up doing those. I think we were exhausted.
When are we not exhausted?
Look at here.
We have a special guest.
Well, hello.
Come here, baby.
Hello.
Come here. Can y'all guess who it is?
Uh-oh. Hang on. There.
Can y'all guess who it is? I'm going to try to make it a point to let her come on every Tuesday so y'all can see how she progresses. But here it is Saturday. No. Yeah. Here it is Saturday, and she made her own special way up here.
She did.
Yesterday when I got home.
She was excited.
Oh, my gracious, y'all. I've never seen her show that much emotion since we've had her. 2 weeks is what we had her yesterday. She twisted and she turned, and she was so excited to see me. It just made me smile knowing how happy Dee Dee was. Dee Dee, what's he doing?
She knows her name now.
She's such a good girl, y'all.
She definitely knows her name.
And we say that she's going to live out her nursing home days here at Cog Hill, and
that's right.
We're going to take care of her every day of her life.
We got a doggy gate, and it's got slats in it, and we step over it 100 times a day.
Well, reason is because Arlo was sitting outside the bird room.
Right, and that was the reason. We got it blocking the hall because Arlo would just sit by the bird door where Mary Carl's room where the birds are and just sit there all day long, all day. And we would get him and move him and try to play with him. And, we got 50 million dog toys, and nothing would stop him from going over there. So we put the doggy door there.
Doggy gate.
And that worked. But even though we know it's there and we step over it every 50th time our toe hits it, and we falls over, and we'd have done that so much that one of the slats broke halfway, and it's just sitting there. Well, Dee Dee's been going through it, and we put her.
It's a space about like that.
Yeah, and we had our food and our water over there, so the other dogs couldn't get it, and so they would go. She would go through it, and now
the other dogs can't fit through it
Yeah.
because they're too wide.
But now she can still go through it, but it ain't near as easy as it was when she first got here.
Her sides are starting to catch. I told Jason, I said, we got to take another spindle out.
When she goes, used to, she would just walk right through it like a ghost going through a wall. Just whoosh. Now she has to wiggle. She gets in there and she has to kind of wiggle.
So what does that tell y'all? She's not nearly as
thin.
Well, skinny is what she was, because she was just bones.
She does the Dee Dee shimmer. I don't know what she sees.
Maybe she sees us on the computer.
I think that's what it is.
Oh my goodness. Y'all can't see her, but she's staring at the screen like she didn't know what's.
Oh, gracious.
Who is that?
Don't start barking, Dee Dee. It's us.
She barks a little bit more than what she did initially, but she's still not Gidget.
Yeah. Well, talking about the our loyal friends and fans. Mm-hmm. So you and the vet and all, we thought that she may be a Pomeranian. And then we got hoodles of emails and messages saying that they thought that she was a Schipperke.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you exactly say that.
That is how you say it.
Okay.
A Schipperke is not how it's spelled.
Yes.
And I had one lady said that she has them, and she was fairly confident that she was a Schipperke. So of course I had to look it up, because that's not a common dog.
No,
that's not a dog that you see, many of.
Right.
And she looks like a Schipperke.
I still think she's a mix.
I don't think she's 100% either, but I do think she's a Schipperke. She's watching the TV hard.
She is. Y'all, it's hilarious.
Oh, it reminds me.
You can turn it to her.
It reminds me of when she's going to stop now.
Yeah, she stopped. Come here, baby.
We have so many of you guys that send us pictures or tag us.
Look.
Hey, Dee Dee. Of your animals watching us all the time. All the time. And
well, she's fascinated.
Yep. And it's so fun.
Dee Dee. She said, I'm going to get y'all this morning.
Oh, my gracious. Oh, wow.
But I'm so happy to have her to where I can get her back to where her health should be.
If you can get down.
She's trying to figure out where those people are. Look at
She's
her.
looking behind the computer. Wonder if we're behind there.
She's kind of smart, isn't she? Come here, baby.
Oh, me.
She's just content. She's the most easygoing dog here.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot, because we got a lot of dogs.
Yeah, and Arlo's pretty low key, and she's more easygoing than Arlo.
She's more easygoing than Arlo. So wherever she's been in her life, it's either been drama free or she's tired of it.
She looks like me when Saturday morning cartoons came on.
Looking behind the screen?
Yeah.
Trying to see if you see a Smurf pop out?
Getting what? Getting what, about a foot or 2 foot from the console TV that we were told, get back up away from that TV because it's going to mess your eyes up.
That's like that kid that Mama babysat. He would get up in front of the TV. Which I was like, that is just ridiculous. You can't see any better being right.
Back up away from that TV.
I'm glad Mama didn't babysit you, because I would have felt like I married my little brother. Because all those kids that she kept, I still feel like they were my siblings even today.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Griffin, he's the closest thing to a brother that I ever had.
Right.
And God forbid if we had, gotten married or something, I would have felt like I was marrying my sibling.
We are in Alabama now.
Oh.
Oh. Speaking of brother, so my brother from another mother, Mr. Lester, he sends me this idea that he wants to do. And if y'all did not see this video,
I showed it to Mama last night.
He,
I ought to pull it up and play it.
my gracious, y'all, I laughed. I don't know how he comes up with these things, but he does. And if y'all haven't seen it, he talks about how he just ran out of Cog Hill Farm coffee. And then he grabs his cup and he looks in his cup, and it's me in the bottom of his cup. I've laughed so hard. Oh, I bet I watched it. I don't know how many times. But oh my gracious, he is a mess. He is a mess. Oh, he's this is what he does now. This is him. So I get a text from Lester, and it's a video. And he's laying on the ground. Not outside, on the ground. And he has a paper plate. And he tells me, he said, look, I want you to cut out this paper plate and just stick your head in it like this. And he said, I want you to say something about your coffee. And I got tickled. And immediately I knew what he was going to do. I knew what he was going to do, but I didn't know how it was going to turn out. And he sent it to me. Let me see if I can find it. He sent it to me in a text. I can probably find it faster than you can.
Well, I found it last night.
Did you?
I mean, I played it for Mama. I found the septic shock, but it's
All right, y'all ready?
We have ourselves a little bit of a problem. We're just about out of our Cog Hill coffee. Oh, Lord. Hey, buddy.
Good morning, Lester. I hope you enjoy your fresh cup of Cog Hill coffee. Remember, kindness in the cup. I don't know how he comes up with that stuff, y'all, but oh my gracious.
You know how. I'm gonna say it. Let me clear my throat. Lester Morrow is brilliant.
Oh, when she said that, when you said that one of the lives, I don't know when it was. It wasn't 10 minutes after the live was over. He sent me a video saying
he was gonna put it on repeat.
He's gonna put it on repeat over and over and over again.
But I gotta go a little further with it this time.
Oh gosh.
So Lester is brilliant. I mean, he has ideas that I don't know how in the world he comes up with.
He ain't right.
Well, it's pretty clever though.
It is clever.
But I'm gonna tell y'all that Jamie. Okay, so Lester's brilliant.
Yeah.
But this is one step further.
What's that?
Jamie's got it going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got it going on.
I think she may be the glue to the whole.
You're probably right.
The whole brilliance.
You're probably right.
So there we go. While I said Lester's brilliant.
Oh man. Oh goodness.
There's Dee Dee's little bark. In case y'all wonder what she sounded like. Oh goodness.
Oh goodness.
Dee Dee just looked at Jason and you can't see any teeth in the front.
It's okay.
It's okay.
That's the other crazies over there.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I told you the other day that I have been talking to Mr. Donnie and the farm truck.
Right.
And he has been working on it. But y'all, when it's a heat index of 110 degrees, and I think we're going on like week 7.
I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Summers are hot here, but I don't remember it being this hot for so long. But he's having to pace himself a lot.
Well,
and I told him, I was like,
look,
I know it. Trust me. I was like, you do not just take your time. I ain't in no hurry. I just want it to be right.
That's right.
And I don't want nobody getting hurt.
Well,
so
it ain't like it's sitting in our way, waiting on us to get finished with it. So
yes.
You know what I need to do?
What's that?
Well, in between all the other things that I need to do.
What's that?
I need to pull the little canned ham to the new barn so I can do some cleaning.
So we need to start washing it up.
And some painting even.
Some spit shining
on it. Some spit shining so it can be in tip-top condition for this Petals from the Past event.
Yes.
I want to try to get that done because I could even do it at night.
Yeah, when it's cooler.
when there's nothing else that can be done outside, I could be spit shining on the little camper,
Cleaning the inside up.
cleaning the inside.
Yep.
Because we
I agree.
we used it for Jason's office the whole time that we were living in the big camper.
Yeah.
But it hadn't been used in a minute.
Hasn't not been used since we've been over here. That's been October's when we moved in here.
And we do have preventatives in there for rats and mice, so
yeah,
that's not going to be an issue.
Fingers crossed.
I'm going to let you check first. It's probably going to be the one the size of Dee Dee that's living in there.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what I'd do. I do not know what I'd do if I saw Ben in there.
Well, I do have some control in there, and I check it from time to time, and it hasn't been disturbed. So
I check it from time to time as well. And plus we keep the grass cutting all around it too.
Right.
So that helps a lot.
That does help.
That helps a lot.
I see you checked off your last thing.
I got one more thing, and when people order our coffee, and we do have it in regular and decaf now, check your emails and make sure it doesn't go to spam, because we're getting not a bunch. We do get some saying, hey, I ordered this on this day. Do you know when it's coming? Or
every order gets a confirmation.
You get a confirmation, and then when it ships out, you get a tracking number.
That's right.
And it should come to your email address.
And if it doesn't, check your spam, because it did come. It came to the address that you sent.
Right.
But it just may not be in an easy place to view.
So if you want to check on your order or anything like that, be sure to check your emails, and it should be there.
Yeah. And how do you order that coffee anyway?
Go to our website, coghillfarm.com.
Okay, that leads me to something.
What's that?
I got an email from somebody that told me that I didn't need to say www.coghillfarm.com.
Yeah.
And he told me that was showing my age.
Yeah.
When I said www.coghillfarm.com.
Right.
Did y'all hear that? www.coghillfarm.com.
Oh,
I don't care how old you are or how young you are. You still know that www is part of a web address, right? So that's the only reason I said that. And I'll try to do better.
We try to do better. I'm gonna tell y'all, we don't watch much. I mean, me and Mary Carol watch TV at night, but it's
not TV.
It's not TV.
You watch movies.
We watch. It's either movies or a new series may have come out. Nothing.
Mainstream.
Current events.
Yeah.
So we don't know anything about current events, really. We really don't. I mean, seriously, we really.
But I don't think even if we did, nobody would tell us that we don't need to put www in front of a website.
No, I'm just saying that sometimes we don't say things right, or we may be, I don't know, politically incorrect or anything like that. And it's just because, we just don't.
We don't jive like that.
We don't know what the current thing is to say.
One example is on July the 4th, which is a date.
Yeah, I said happy July 4th.
Happy July 4th.
And I had a lot of people say that you don't say July 4th anymore. You say Happy Independence Day. And I didn't know.
It's still July the 4th.
I didn't know I was saying the wrong
we all
thing.
Know. I think we all know that that's the day that we celebrated our independence.
Yeah.
So next year, we're going to have to make it a point to say Happy July 4th, Independence Day.
I guess so. But we don't know.
And put it on our www.coghillfarm.com to tell people.
But I will tell you, I just don't like the news. I don't like it's nothing's ever positive, and so I find myself, I don't know,
avoiding.
Well, I like to use Twitter because I can keep up with things like football and baseball. That's
things that are important in the world.
I can keep up with Gunner there real easily, and I'll see stuff like current events pop up, or
it's an accident.
Something that'll pop up, and it's always negative, and I'll just block it. Block. I don't need that. I just don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
So when y'all see us say something that may be a little politically incorrect,
We're not being insensitive.
Just ignore it. Carry on. Life is too short. Don't worry about it.
We're not being insensitive.
We're not.
We just don't know no better.
We don't. We're just brothers and sisters from Alabama.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I do. Sometimes, not keeping up with the news is great. It really is. It really is great. I don't really worry about anything outside, the farm. I really don't.
Well, I don't either, unless it's something that pertains to us specifically.
Yeah.
It's not needed to be known.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know Peaches is running for president again.
She got my vote.
And that's all we all need to know. Okay?
Me.
She's going to have a running mate this year, and that is Loretta.
Oh, goodness. Loretta. That will be a
ticket to be.
Wow. That's going to be tough to beat.
So we're here to have fun. We're here to put a bright spot in your day away from that mainstream news that we all dread to hear about.
Yeah.
I mean, so give us a break, please. Give us a break. Just chill. I thought about something that made me laugh the other day.
What's that?
Okay, this is a little story that's going back to I don't know if we were teenagers or if we were in our early 20s. But I used to have a keychain that I kept a thing of mace on. And if y'all don't know what mace is, it's a spray. Pepper spray. Yeah. Mace, whatever.
Do they still call it mace? We may be.
Jason. It's this spray that comes in a bottle and it helps to deter predators. Okay.
Yeah.
Some of it's even made for bears, I think.
They do. And the reason why I know that is it's one of the shows I watch. It's called Alone. And they take 10 contestants and they always drop them off in this
rural area.
It's been in Labrador this year. And they're alone and they're all in different spots. They can't get close to each other. And they're allowed like 10 items they can bring. And that's it.
Huh.
And they're alone. And it's crazy because they'll lose like 40 pounds in 3 weeks. And
that's what I'm talking about.
They eat whatever they can find. But they have bear spray.
Wonder if it's the same as pepper spray.
I don't know, but it looks like a fire extinguisher can. It's huge, which I guess it would be. I hadn't seen anybody ever get hurt by a bear, but they always make it seem like that the bear attack could happen at any moment in this show.
Okay, so
I didn't mean to throw you off guard.
No, away from the pepper spray.
Yeah.
My friend Catherine at G&G Farms went up to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Just a few months. Well, it ain't been a month. And she got out of the car to, walk around and whatnot. And there came a bear chasing her. And if she had not had her car door open, she might have gotten got.
That's scary.
So I guarantee you that I don't think I could get it ready in time though if I had to use it.
They have bear spray and they have one of those horns. I guess that may scare them too.
It wouldn't scare Loretta.
No, it wouldn't scare Loretta at all. Good thing about Loretta running is that she won't hear any of the negative ads.
That's right. Somebody just asked, who is Peaches?
What?
Yes.
They haven't been watching us very long.
No, they haven't.
Peaches is the farm boss of the farm. She is our 8-year-old.
Don't get me to line.
I think she's 8. She's either 7 or 8-year-old potbelly pig.
Potbelly pig. And we even have a shirt that says Peaches for President.
Yeah.
And it's on our website, www. I had to do it.
Oh, man.
Okay, so back to the pepper spray, bear spray, mace, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, this was back in mid-90s.
Early mid-90s.
I had this on my keychain, and the world was safe back then.
Yeah.
In the mid-90s, I don't know why I would have had pepper spray on my keychain, except for I probably was working at Winn-Dixie at the time.
Yeah, probably.
And went to my car late at night by myself, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe that's why I had it.
Yep.
But anyway, had it on my keychain. My keys went in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
We were at a friend of ours' house.
Mhm.
His parents were out of town, so you know what that meant. It was time to throw down. And we did just that.
It was several of us at
It
this
was
house.
several of us doing things we shouldn't have been doing. Oh, goodness. Dee Dee jumped down and made a noise.
Mm.
So I had saved up my money from working at Winn-Dixie and bought me a
And for those who don't know what Winn-Dixie is, it's a grocery store here in the South.
It's a grocery store
Yeah.
here in the South.
Kind of like Piggly Wiggly.
I had a old car that my parents had provided me for, but my goal was to save my money and get a little bit better car.
Mhm.
So I did just that. And I remember to this day writing out the check to the Honda dealership, $2,166.43.
That's crazy. You remember that?
I wrote the check because
Yeah.
it was the biggest check I'd ever written. I was probably 20 and gave that to the Honda dealership. So
Mhm.
I was driving because I was so proud of my new car.
Mhm.
You usually drove, but that had to have been the case because why else would I have been driving?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
because
we're-
it was your new car.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It was my new car. It wasn't new.
That's
by
back
the
when
way.
I drove.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So my keys were in my pocket. We're at a friend's house, and I kept saying, "Y'all, what is that smell? Y'all don't smell it." Nobody smelled anything. Bro, we don't know what you're talking about. It continued on.
Mm-hmm.
What is that smell? Y'all don't smell it. About that time, my leg started burning. I said, I got to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. I had jeans on. I pulled my jeans down. My leg from my kneecap to my thigh was completely red, where the pepper spray, aka mace, bear spray, whatever it was, had leaked out because I had turned the trigger to on and didn't realize it, and it was pushing down in my pocket. So my leg was completely covered, and I'm talking about on fire.
And I remember that it was fluorescent orange too. So your
My leg was, and I didn't know what I was going to do because it was a bunch of guys, and I couldn't go without breeches on. And so we were at Chris Palmer's
That's
house.
right.
Chris Palmer was a big guy.
Mm-hmm. Stocky.
He was a big guy. I was a soaking wet 100 pounds at this time. No, y'all can't believe it, but this is true. So Chris was probably a 38 in the waist, I would guess. Chris gave me a pair of his blue jeans. Do you remember what I looked like? I didn't have any choice. That was all I could do. So I put his blue jeans on and made it work until, I could get home. But my leg,
I'm thinking he was probably at 34.
Regardless, he was twice as big as me.
Yes.
But those breeches looked ridiculous. And I had to hold them with my hands to try to keep them up. And my leg was still on fire. I don't know whatever happened, but
thank goodness that you didn't reach in there and get some money out and then rub you.
Oh my gracious, it could have gone a lot worse.
Could have gone a lot worse.
But I have never forgotten that story of that pepper spray leaking all out on my leg and how bad it burned and how strong it smelled. I smelled the smell long before it started burning.
Yeah.
So that leads me to believe if you spray it on somebody, are they going to smell it before they burn? Because I want them to burn first.
Well, it's probably so quick. They may smell it, but within a second, they're going to feel it.
Well, it took me a while to feel what was going on because I just thought I was like, yeah, it smells like flea shampoo.
It did. It has a very distinct smell to it.
It smelled like dog flea shampoo or something with extreme.
Oh, man.
So I thought about that and I thought I'd share that little funny with y'all. It's funny now. It wasn't funny then.
It wasn't funny then.
And it wasn't funny that I had to wear that boy's breeches that were 8 sizes too big.
I see a lot of people saying, great idea, Ryan. Great idea, Ryan the roaster.
What does Ryan the roaster come up with?
I don't know. I missed it.
I thought something had happened to Ryan the roaster the other day.
Why?
Well, because I went out to check on the chickens and I didn't see him.
Oh, you're talking about the Ryan the rooster.
Yeah, Ryan the rooster roaster.
I don't know what he said. I can't find it. Nick said that mace was for Craig Whitaker.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. That's funny.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I
Oh.
thought something had happened to him. I was like, oh my gracious, how are we going to explain to people that Ryan's not here anymore?
Yeah.
And he was there.
He was there.
He was there.
I don't see Ryan. I don't know why.
There it is.
There he is. See, he changed up.
He said he was going to change up.
He said we need to sell some coffee mugs with my face in the bottom of it.
That is a great idea.
Oh my gosh.
Jacqueline, if you're watching, I hope
I don't know if
Listen.
that's possible, but that's funny.
I hope Jacqueline's asleep. Because y'all, let me tell y'all something. Last night at 9:00, y'all were finishing up watching your movie. I went to my mama's to
Mhm.
sit down and have conversation with her.
Yeah.
I get a text from Jacqueline. She was working at
Oh.
9:00.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about working, like working for Cog Hill
I don't
Farm.
think she sleeps.
So I said, Jacqueline, I said, I love this idea. It's wonderful. And y'all are going to love it too. It's coming out soon. But why are you working on a Friday night? And she said, well, Eleanor's not home and Zach's asleep. And I said, work on, girl, work on. We need you. So I hope Jacqueline's asleep. But if she's not, maybe she could work on putting you in the bottom of a cup.
We'd have to find a company that would make that.
Spreadshot wouldn't do it.
No, because they don't. You only have one option.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Has to be on the outside.
Has to be on the outside. It's
Dee
okay.
Dee found Holly's bed that stays upstairs. She's a sucker for a bed.
She is.
Doesn't matter. So she goes through the little cracks in the gate, as we told y'all. And a lot of times, I'm gonna get up here so y'all can hear me. A lot of times we leave our pantry door open. And so Dee Dee was in the hall area and she didn't have a bed or any place to lay because she goes in Mary Carl's room to lay down, Mary Carl's extra room. And the door was shut. So y'all won't believe what Dee Dee did. We have bags, plastic bags that we save from stores to recycle and whatnot. And so Dee Dee was in there and she had gotten all those bags and she did them all around and made a bed out of them.
Out of the plastic bags.
Out of the plastic bags. So no matter what, she's going to make herself a bed.
She's something else.
She is something else.
She is a mess. A total mess. So we'll have to work on the
Coffee cup?
coffee cup. I'm sure will. And I got to work on figuring out. Well, I may just send Greg a text at Hoss Tools
I was fixing to say, Greg, who? What you talking about?
and say,
Fix me up.
Do you think it's too darn hot to get started on your fall garden already?
I thought you were going to say you were going to send Greg a text and tell him to just come up with you a fall garden plan and just get it to you.
I don't know what he's sending.
Well, these are all root vegetables, so this will give him an idea.
Yeah.
This is a shirt that we have available. Let's root for each other. It's one of my favorites.
That was one of the most popular ones we've ever, or Jacqueline ever came up with.
I got big things that I've got to do because you know what?
What?
All my shirts are wore out.
Yeah.
Except for this one. This one's not wore out yet because it's most recent. I've got to go in and make me a big old Cog Hill Farm shirt order. And I've got to do it soon because some of them have holes in them.
Yeah.
Some of them have pit stains. Some of them have blemishes that we don't want to see.
man.
So, yeah, I got to do that soon. Because y'all don't want me to go to Petals from the Past in a shirt that looks like with pit stains.
or the Sunflower Festival.
Or the Sunflower Festival. I got
Yeah.
till October to do that one, but September's
Right.
fast approaching.
Right.
So,
Who
I got to do
knows?
that.
Who knows?
Got to do that.
There's a lot of people from England on here today, the UK.
Huh. Wonder why.
I don't know. But I just see a lot of it on there today. And I want to tell you that Miss Stephanie gave you $10 too for your TJ Maxx
shopping?
fund.
Y'all, I don't know when I'm going to be able to go again by myself. But I'm going to make it happen because y'all keep on giving me these $10 for TJ Maxx and I'm going to have... I'm trying to think what else was it. Oh, we wanted one of those...
Oh, man.
I have a Vitamix that my mama bought me for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her I didn't want it.
Mm-hmm.
It was years ago, but I didn't want her spending that much money on something
Mm-hmm.
for me, and I was going to send it back. And so Jason talked to his good friend Scott Peacock,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "Don't send it back. Those things are awesome."
Mm-hmm.
So I kept it, and I used the stew out of it. If y'all don't say that, you ain't from the South. But I used it so much that I even used it to grind up chicken feed. So when I had chicks, and I guess it would have been Bantam breeds, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The chick crumble
Yeah.
is tiny, but it's not really tiny enough for
Right.
some Bantams.
Mm-hmm.
So I put the chick feed in my Vitamix.
Mm-hmm.
Little did I know Mary Carl had put grit in it. And I put it in my blender.
And it messed your blade up.
And it messed my blade up.
We can't find the right blade is the problem.
So I bought a replacement blade, and it wasn't cheap.
And it's not the right one.
It's not the right one. And y'all know what that does to me. That makes me very angry that I spent money and I can't do anything with this blade.
Right.
But we had talked about buying a food processor.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Yeah.
Because we don't have one.
Right.
We used to have one and something happened to it. But I was just going to say that $20 that those two people sent, the 10 and the 10, would help me buy me a food processor at TJ Maxx when I see one.
That's what you'll do.
Yeah.
That would be your, put that in your back pocket.
That's right. That'll be my shopping therapy.
Oh, man.
I didn't see one yesterday. I probably would have sent you a message and showed you what I found.
Steve said he can't wait till the cup comes in because you can get Jason's cup at www.
I wonder if he's the one that sent me an email because it was a man.
Who knows?
And y'all know I'm not being ugly. It was just
being funny. We're just being funny.
We're not.
Yep.
We're not ugly people. I wouldn't say anything ugly to anybody unless they were ugly to me first.
Oh my gracious. Oh, we got big plans today.
Jason, let me look at the radar because it's been a big chance of rain. I'm looking.
It was a big chance of rain yesterday.
It was.
And it was cloudy and it rained a little bit, but it didn't rain much. And if y'all saw me dancing in the rain in the last video, that rain lasted about 15 minutes. And we got 0.15, which is not even 0.2 of an inch. I don't think we got 0.2 yesterday, if that.
So I went an hour
But it
north.
was red and it looked like it was coming straight for us and it just fizzled out.
I was fixing to say I went an hour north yesterday and I didn't get in any rain. It was all even north of there. Like where we needed to take the post driver back to, that's where the storms came. Okay, so it's a 50% chance of PM storms today. Today, tomorrow, the next day, and then it's 50, 40, 40, 40, 40. This is the biggest chance of rain we've had in weeks.
In a long time.
And I didn't look at the temperatures, so let me go back.
I hope we get it. And I hope I know Texas is struggling. I know Lester's been struggling. I hope you guys get some rain soon, too.
Temperatures are still going to be in the upper 90s.
Yeah. It's 96 all the way down, and that's not the heat index.
Well, this says heat advisory. That's the first thing that comes up. 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
We have been under a heat advisory or a heat warning for it feels like 6 straight weeks. I mean,
somebody just gave me some.
Roseanne
gave me some therapy.
It really, our garden suffered because we had so much going on, but
the drip irrigation couldn't keep up with it.
Well, not only that either, it just was unbearable to spend 2 hours out there weeding and it's been a rough garden year. At first it was awesome, but then when this heat wave hit and it ain't stopped hitting, it's not been. And then when we do get rain, we get it all in one time.
Yeah.
So if we get 10 inches of rain that month,
it's gonna come that
we
one
got
day.
Got it in 2 to 3 days, and then it doesn't rain anymore. It's crazy.
So I just saw somebody on here that I wanted to give a shout out to.
Who was that? Ryan the roaster?
No, it's Loretta and Gus's original mom. Well, not original mama. Misty Dawn Farm.
She's on here.
Misty Dawn Farm. So if y'all don't follow Misty Dawn, MISTYDAWN Farm, it's on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes.
And that's where Loretta and Gus came from.
And she's on Instagram too.
Okay, I don't have Instagram, so I can't figure out how to work it. Seriously. But Miss Amy is so sweet.
Oh my
and
gracious.
Her farm is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
She has donkeys and goats and of course pigs and chickens, and y'all go check her out.
Go check her out. And I want to say this because I saw a few comments this week. You can watch us when we post the picture on Facebook. There is a link to that video, and it's 1000% free. We post it in the comments. So if you want to watch us, when we post that picture on Facebook, the link to the video is in the comments. So look in the comments section. It's usually the first one that pops up. Click on that link and you can watch the video. Or you can go to our YouTube channel, which is easily just go to YouTube and search Cog Hill Farm.
And some people think you got to pay on YouTube, but you don't.
Free. Everything is free. Or you can go to our website and our videos are there as well. And where's that, Brooke?
You can go to www.coghillfarm.com.
So we are out there and we don't charge for anything. Everything is 1000% free.
Everything is free.
Yep.
Now, there is an option that you can pay like $4.99 on YouTube or on Facebook.
But that's something that
doesn't mean you have to pay it to watch.
Doesn't mean you have to pay it to watch it. And that's something that kind of is automatic, that once you hit a threshold of so many followers or whatever, they
give you that option.
They give you that option. But
you don't have to pay anything.
Nothing.
Somebody wanted to know where Amy's farm is. Amy's at Misty Dome Farm, and she's in Stark, Florida.
Yep.
Stark, Florida, and they've been super dry too.
Yep. They've been super dry. Everybody, I mean, it's been terrible.
So send rain everywhere. How about that?
Yeah, that's right. Right. Arkansas needs rain. That's what somebody's saying there.
I'm about to go have my oatmeal.
Sounds good.
So I start my day off with oatmeal.
A recipe for overnight oats that I wanted to do, and I got it saved, and I want to show it to you.
Okay, good deal. But we got to do it tomorrow
I know.
because it's got to overnight.
I like overnight oats, and I really like it when it's hot outside.
So I thought about it the other day. I was like, I used to make you those overnight oats every single day, and I haven't been doing that.
I love overnight oats.
Overnight oats are good for you. And everybody grab your cup.
Oh, we're signing off.
We
got things to do. We can't.
And people
we would stay here all day long, but
there's days that I just want to talk to y'all. And if I just randomly pull up a live, would y'all watch it? Because I can do that on my phone.
You know they would.
I can do that on my phone. Did you know I knew how to do that?
You can't work Instagram, but you know how to pull that live.
I do. So when I want to talk to somebody, I'm just going to pull y'all up and talk away.
Me.
So grab your cup. I hope you have your cup.
Mine's empty now.
Mine's empty too. Mine's long gone. Mine been long.
I may have a little bit.
We've about got the iced coffee mastered.
Oh, yeah. And what'd you buy me at TJ Maxx?
Some syrup to go in.
Some syrup for my iced coffee, or our iced coffee.
Mine is a little different than yours, but it sure makes it better.
It does.
Somebody said they can't even text. You can text, lady, because you on here.
You tasted good then.
Hey, let's try it. www.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Okay, everybody, thank you for joining us. Let's all do it together. And I hope you enjoy your coffee as much as I did.
Y'all have an awesome Saturday, and y'all be good.
Yes.